Hello everybody, this is Mike with Clock Family Adventures. Today's video is a ride on the Deuce from Cesar's Palace to Fremont Street. I wanted to do the whole strip, but I was not able to get in the position where I could. So hopefully this video is informative. I'm going to try to point out some things along the way, different restaurants and stuff. Here we got the Peppermill on the right, and then Flamingo. Right here on the right, you got a Margaritaville inside of the Flamingo. Then you got the Link on the right hand side. Up on the left is the Cesar's Forum Shops. It's 4 stories of all kinds of different stores. On the right, the Link goes into Harris. Right there in front of Harris, they have a place called Pizza Cake. It's from the Cake Boss show. It does a pizza place, and you can get his cake there as well. Then coming up on the left hand side is the Mirage. The Mirage has a good Mexican restaurant, Diablo Cantina. But the Mirage is actually getting ready to go away and become a Hard Rock. On the right here, you have some cheap options. You got a McDonald's, Panda Express, Chipotle. There's a Outback Steakhouse, Casino Royale. Also, there's a White Castle right there, as well as a Denny's. There's one of those every couple blocks. And there's a Walgreens. I've stayed at the Mirage before. We go to Walgreens to get our water anytime we're in the area, because you can get a case of water for the regular price instead of paying out your butt. Right here on the right is the Venetian. And Madame Tussauds is right there as well. That's the Wax Museum, if you're not familiar with the Madame Tussauds. We did it a few years ago, did some funny pictures. Right here on your right, you'll notice the lake. That's where they do the gondola rides. They have them on the inside as well. The prices for that are on Monday through Wednesday, it's $34 a person, and Thursday to Sunday is $39 a person. That's for like 15 minutes to 30 minutes, somewhere around in there. Pretty cool looking. The inside of the building is cool. It looks like you're outside when you're inside. Over here on the left at the Treasure Island, you have the pirate ship still sitting there, but they do not do the show anymore. Somebody was killed doing the performance, and they stopped doing the show from then on. On the right hand side, you're coming up on the Palazzo. It's owned by the same people as the Venetian. Very nice on the inside. Shops, of course. Left, you'll see the pirate ship right there. There's also an Avengers Campus thing next to Treasure Island that you can take your kids to. Coming up here on the right hand side, you got the Wynn, and on the left hand side you have a fashion show mall, bunch of shops, restaurants. I've eaten in a Mexican restaurant out on the patio there, and it was good food. It wasn't too terribly high priced or anything. It's been a few years, but it's still there. I've been told by multiple people that the Wynn, if you're looking for a buffet, the Wynn has the best buffet in town. And here's another section of shops at the Wynn. You would think that everybody comes to Vegas just to shop, because there's so many high-end stores, malls. Yeah, almost every casino has a little section, so that once you take your winnings, you can spend them right there in the mall. Coming up on the Encore on the right, also know it's the Wynn and Encore together. And then the one on the left right there is Resorts World. That's the newest casino. It opened, I think, a year ago, maybe a hair over a year ago. Pretty nice place. It's got some shops in it, but a lot of their stuff isn't even finished yet. If you're liking the video, can you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button down bottom? Give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to get my audience up to 1,000 subscribers. I enjoy doing the videos. I did some short videos where it's Guess the Casino, trying to get some people to interact with those. I have a few more Vegas videos to put out as well. Also Denny's. There's a Denny's like every few blocks. Just up past the Denny's though is right here the Peppermill. That was actually in the movie Casino. They did a scene in there, and it's very good food. We've eaten there before. It is a little bit more expensive, of course, than Denny's, but it's very good food. They give you a lot. On the right-hand side here, you'll see the brand new convention center. There's some old sections too, but this thing is massive. I went to the Comic-Con when I was out there, and it was just a little tiny area, and I mean that was still big, and I mean this place is humongous. Fontainebleau is that building up there on the right. It's almost ready to open. It's been going on for years and years. There was a whole big debacle with it, but it's almost ready to open. As you'll see when we go past, they're still doing some construction, but it's going to be like high-end retail plus a bunch of rooms for the convention center. And then if you see on the left-hand side is the old Circus, as well as a McDonald's right there. If you're hungry on the way back at the strip and want some cheap food, you can always hit the McDonald's. Good drunk food. Up here on the left-hand side, that brown building is a Hilton timeshare resort. I believe they have rooms they rent out too, but it's very nice. We stayed there one time, and it's nice pools out back, and the pool has longer hours than a lot of casinos, so keep that in mind. The wife likes to hang out at the pool, and a lot of the casino pools are only open until 4 p.m., so it doesn't give them much time at the pool, especially if you're staying in from the night before. Right here on the right is the Sahara. There for a little while it was SLS, and they changed it to Sahara because that's where the old Sahara used to sit. It's got some memorabilia in there from the original Sahara. Pretty cool. I took some pictures of it last time I was there. There's another Walgreens. Over there is the Strat. Now, I'm not sure if y'all know about the Strat, but I can't remember how many, it's 1,000 some feet, or 1,200 feet, somewhere around in there, and you can eat in the dining room up top, and it has, the dining room spins around very slowly, so you get a whole 360-degree view of the Las Vegas, and you can see out past Las Vegas, and very cool. Of course, it's high dollar because of the view, but there's other things to do up there as well. There's like a little roller coaster thing that goes down a slope, and it looks like you're going to go off the building. They do some like parasailing, like skydiving thing off of it. So when we were eating, we actually seen some people jumping off the building and going down. And they have another thing that's like an arm that you sit in, and it goes off the side and spins around. So very crazy stuff. Here's the new Las Vegas arch that they put in, I think a year, maybe a little over a year ago. So they changed the sign leaving the strip now to these two showgirls with a small Las Vegas sign. Used to have the big old Las Vegas sign kind of like at the other end of the strip. Right there. There's an IHOP for you. So from here on, I wouldn't recommend walking in this area at night because it's a long ways in between there and Fremont Street. Coming up on one of the many chapels in Vegas that you can get married in while you're out here. I went ahead and sped up the video because there's not really a whole lot out here until we get to Fremont Street. this whole area here is a lot of different residential stuff. It takes a little while from here to get down to the Fremont Street. A lot of traffic lights. A couple shows I've seen out here. I've seen Ka. It's Circus LA. The stage tumbles around. It's pretty cool. The acrobatics. Shin Lim. Seen him last year. He's very good. And I seen Carrot Top. I seen Carrot Top like 6 years ago, and then I seen him again this year, and he still is funny. Here you go for all you newlyweds. Right there on the right hand side, you get the Love Store. All your honeymoon needs. Up here on the left hand side is the main transportation station. So if you needed to get to the airport by bus, you can go right there, hop on a bus and take it to the airport. I found out this last time that Uber was the cheapest doing anything. So the airport now has flat rates for taxis, which has been like that for a little while. But the flat rates still not as cheap as an Uber. It was only $13.60 to get to Excalibur, and it was $21 to get there from the airport with the flat rate taxi. I've mentioned this tip before on my different Facebook groups that I'm in, but the transportation station told me that if I'm staying in Vegas for 7 days or longer, I can buy the residential pass, and the residential pass is 7 days for $20 instead of 3 days for $20, what it is on the strip. So that's a tip to save you some money. People have tried to tell me you're not allowed to do that unless you're a resident, but I was told straight from the transportation station that that's fine. I just think the bus is kind of convenient. Sometimes we go, it's several buddies go, and we're not always staying at the same hotel, so you can just hop on, hop off anytime you want to. Go from casino to casino. Some days it's hot as hell on the strip, so you just want to get out of the sun. But I do a lot of walking while I'm here too, but it's nice to be able to know that you can just hop on the bus and be done with it. Okay, so we're pulling up here. This is the Golden Nugget right here on the left hand side. I get off the bus right here. You can ride it around and get off on the back side, but this is just the first stop, and it's less time on the bus. The app for the bus is Ride RTC, and then there's a transit app that goes with it. Both of them will give you all the information you need. And the Ride RTC, you can buy your tickets right on there. Like I said, you can buy that residential pass and everything. Or 3 day, 1 day, whatever you want to do. Right here on my right hand side is Four Queens. Straight across is Binions. And then of course on the left is the Golden Nugget. I was meeting my buddies this day for football at Circa. We did the stadium swim. I have a short video on my channel of the stadium swim, what it looks like. It's a cool area, but it's very expensive. I got sunburned bad up there. There's really no shade whatsoever. Throughout Fremont Street, you'll see these circles here. That's where the street performers set up. Some come out earlier than others. This is way early, 9 in the morning, I believe it was. Over top of my head, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, the cables. There is 4 zip lines that go across from one end to Fremont to the other that you can lay down like Superman and go all the way across. And then there's 3 that you can sit down just in case you're not feeling the whole lay down situation. Several stages out here that they do different free performances. I'm going to do another video from walking one end of Fremont to the other, but this is just a quick thing, just getting to Circa. Hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thanks.